Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Age of Imperialism is Russia. Let us continue on from where we last left off. So, we're currently intervening in the Mexican Civil War. Trying our damnedest. I mean, there's like 2 Mexican tanks. Is definitely a little bit annoying for us to deal with. They have pretty high defense. End of the Free City of Trees. Maybe it makes sense for us to actually deploy our units up north and just try to deal with this front instead of trying to kill them off, but I don't really know. Like, what if we put our units instead, like, in these 2 provinces up north? Okay, Kaiser Karl has decided to remain in power. We'll see how that maybe changes the way that the Austria plays out, because of course last time Karl was basically kicked out. Apparently the Kaiser Wilhelm's abdicated. Oh yeah, wait, no, that happened last time too, right? William III. I thought they were gonna go like Republic path, but that's not what's happening here. Motorized, mechanized weapon manufacturers. Give me that 10% breakthrough. Yes, please. I'll definitely take it. Aircraft. Continue being here. Hearing companies. Give me more HP, I guess, on my units. Okay, Baton sees power in France. On the pressure up north. Baton is reactionary. We'll see. I mean, nobody's else really joined any factions quite yet. As far as I can tell, we're still basically more or less status quo. We do see that the Mexican tanks are starting to break through the south. Which, I mean, isn't surprising. It's not great. Really shouldn't be surprised by this outcome. I also keep countering all of my tactics, which is incredibly rude. Oh no, the panic did enter Russia. The panic of 1931 enters Russia. In view of various court intrigues and rumors about the health of Nicholas II, news from abroad about the economic crash seems to be of little importance. That is until recently, when it has become impossible to ignore them any further. Because the news of the collapse of the St. Petersburg Stock Exchange, one of the 3 large stock exchanges in the world, passed through the whole country like an arrow. Many people now find themselves in despair after their years of work and efforts are now wasted. Crowds of disgruntled workers begin to flood the streets. Okay, excellent. So we're poor as hell. And again, I'm like in a situation where it's like, do I now send these troops back to the south? I think so. Foundation of Global Order. Looks like Italy and France and Austria might form an alliance, which is not something they did in our Germany playthrough. Are you the tank divisions? I want to keep, if we can keep the tank divisions locked down, I'm actually going to have you force attack. If we lose an infantry, so be it. Now, unrest in the British Isles. God damn it. You weren't able to do your one job. Abraham sacrifice. Yesterday evening, George Mikhailovich, son of Grand Duke Michael Alexandrovich and Tsarevich Alexei, traveled together by car to St. Petersburg to Moscow to a party organized to celebrate George Mikhailovich's successful graduation. Unfortunately, on the way, they encountered a tragic accident, as a result of which their car fell off the road and collided with a tree. Is that how Princess Diana died? Tsar Alexander died instantly while his cousin died this morning in the hospital due to heavy wounds. This horrible news seems to highlight what horrible times we live in, and the entire country is now in a state of mourning. So excellent. Cool, cool, cool. You love to hate to see it. God, of course we're tracking over a river as well. Bring our units forward, please. Try to just push through one of these people. An act of desperation. Tsar Nicholas II took extremely hard. Tsar Nicholas II took extremely hard to his consciousness the events of last week, which, due to his drastically deteriorating health, made his life seem be coming to an end. He devoted his last days to the search of a successor worthy of inheriting the Tsar's throne, able to do what he himself could not. Meanwhile, the court intrigue seemed to grow stronger despite the crisis. With the death of the most obvious candidates, they now focus on his cousin, Tsar Nicholas II. It'll go around, of misfortune spins more and more. Okay, we've almost broken through this tank. Very, very close to maybe breaking through the tank line. Let's go with a little bit of a bonus for infantry. In this, yeah, so no matter what, yeah, you gotta be the leader here. Yeah, so we have naval upgrades, air upgrades, infantry. Start to grade purge. Could empower the State Duma or the Senate. What else is here as well? Infrastructure, 10% stability. One infrastructure is the entire country. A lot of free infrastructure there. Do we have any like really good? We got some decent factory upgrade. That's we're pretty good here. Then you are increasing our power. We got Ethiopia. You are you're Poland, I think. Middle East. You are, yeah, basically dealing with all of our puppet state. An unexpected end to the world expedition. The thundering panic of 931 turned St. Petersburg from the center of world attention, with crowds of rich and famous people walking the streets in connection with the world exhibition, to a virtually extinct city. Investors hearing about the threat awaiting their companies disappeared in a panic rush. The stars of the show business world left Russia soon after. It became clear the fate of their shares in the stock exchange could be tragic. The complex built for the World Exposition is now abandoned and remains a monument to a beautiful era that has apparently just passed. Also, thank you for negative 300 up political power. I'm very happy to see that. And we actually don't have any decisions here right yet, so we're just going to basically... Oh, the Tsar dies immediately, huh? The Tsar is dead! Long live the Tsar. Yesterday's night in the Winter Palace will be remembered for a long time, because it was then that Tsar Nicholas II had died. He was surrounded by his closest families and friends until the very end, when the disease left a terrible mark on the Tsar, who, before his death, no longer able to get up from bed. There was, however, another person in the Winter Palace whose presence few expected, and namely, it was Prince Ion Konstantinovich. Come to the palace a month earlier for a personal invitation of the Emperor. In the face of the crisis and intrigues, his presence escaped the attention of the majority, and it was he who would be scarcely chosen by Nicholas II as the successor. Last words spoken by Nicholas II were, "Lord, save Russia. Bring her peace." So we're going to lose political power, lose stability. People are going to not be like super happy with us. We have 0.88, which means I'm pretty sure if we're taking a focus, we lose political power, right? Yeah. That's pretty bad. I think we've kicked this tank out of position. Means we've gotten this tank now at least surrounded. Forward, send one tank over here to kind of clean us up. Send you straight to the farthest port. You can clean up these two tank divisions. You have one port here. The Emperor's Coronation. Although in the face of the internal crisis manifested itself in many forms, the coronation was an idea criticized by some. The Emperor Ion I personally expressed that the coronation was needed to legitimize his further efforts to combat the crisis. The Emperor's opinion was something his subordinates had to agree with. Therefore, so today at 12 o'clock, bells rang throughout Russia, the squares in St. Petersburg. Despite the difficult economic situation, crowds came out wanting to see the new Tsar. Wanting to hear his speech, being broadcasted over the radio throughout Russia so that all Russians could hear the voice of the Emperor. The speech itself was quite short but full of charisma, caused cheering for Ion all over the country. Of course, building more war support. Thank you, thank you. I mean, our stability is still... Our political power is still garbage. Do we need both of these? Yes. You're both 7 days. We can start a purge. Yeah, we need to finish the purge. Okay, well, you know what? Russia towards the 1930s. To get this guy out of here. We do have a bit of a stalemate on the northern border. Keep our air superiority here for now. Actually, yeah, no, keep you here. Okay, new constitution of Balkan Federation. Okay, soon after his coronation, Emperor Ion I decided to organize a great charity ball in Vitebsk, benefit of those affected by the economic crisis. And although the event itself was undoubtedly quite a noble gesture, It a hidden meeting, for it was precisely in Visbis, away from St. Petersburg's intrigues, the Emperor gathered the most loyal military, trusted state officials, and leader of political parties to deliberate behind the scenes on the future of Russia without the unnecessary attention of the intriguers. The most important decision of the evening, however, was to elect a new prime minister who would act as the Emperor's right hand in these difficult times. We'll start this one as well. So who do we want to have? Haiti becomes ruling party, which is the Liberals. We could have the PP, which is the Conservatives, or we have the SRN. So we need to go national, or not national populist, integralist, conservative, or liberal. We get a lot of stability off of you, a little bit of stability and a lot of political power. Or we get stability, war support, political power, and integralism. I mean, I kind of like that. I kind of like the political power. Our stability is... No, our stability is garbage. I was looking at war support. Stability is completely in the trash. I mean, we could go liberal. Can't empower the Senate if you're liberal. Bunch of members, empower the Senate, empower the State Duma. Non-radical party decision. Yeah, and you're for the integralist. And the non-radical. Not too sure. I think that stability is looking pretty nice. Give me the liberal. He seems decent. I want this ability, basically. Industry tax. We'll go for 1933 on you. Give me the construction 2 as well. That's one port now occupied. I mean, I would like for this tank to die. Government power in Japan, which I believe means that they are now integralist. A long list of sorrows and regrets. This day, for the first time in a long time, the Russian Emperor was met with the most important officers in the armed forces. During the meeting, he was accompanied by Marshal Regel, was trying to introduce him to all the details of the analyses presented to the other officers. The situation in which Russian army is dealing with become clear as possible. The meeting lasted all the evening and night and could be summed up in short, solidarity words. Due to the vulgarity, it's better not to. The analyst presented to the Emperor made it clear that the Russian army was in a deplorable condition, both in terms of equipment and morale. Numerous neglect in the 1920s is the cause for bad conditions, and without quick action, the situation will get out of hand. Okay, cool. Thank you for more stability loss. Can't do any of this right now. We can only do this after we've already done a purge. And we can't do this until we're done a purge. So we gotta basically purge the Russian government. I mean, this tank will be dead in a moment. I think we want to move our units in this way. Okay, almost Edison's dead. I think that's fine. Even the Americans are deciding to show up here. There we go. The Poles want a colonial... I don't really know what Poland can really do. I wonder if they can actually buy a colonial territory. I'm assuming they maybe can. It's definitely a little bit strange for sure. Okay, but the south has now been secured for Caristo. We're happy to see. I will go sport weapons too. I think that seems like a good choice. Right now, the Mexican government is at... They're at 58%. So they're actually very close to collapse. Actually, we don't want to actually take this province. We want to actually go here and push our way into San Luis Potos. And I think taking that city should be enough for us to win. Yeah, I mean, I don't see a reason not to have the Yugoslavia join our faction. I'm assuming is what they're doing. There we go. Welcome, Yugoslavia. And a tripartite pact has been formed between France, Italy, and the Austrians. All of them are various shades of reactionary. Not like us. We're a glorious liberal republic. Well, we're not a republic, but you know what I mean. Okay, on the verge of collapse. Numerous meetings with important personalities of the world of Russian politics, those important representatives of the armed forces, created in the eyes of the Emperor Ion I a terrible image of Russia had to rule. Therefore, yesterday evening, a decision was made in the Emperor's office to strengthen Orkana's powers. They'll be able to conduct a wide-range investigation aimed not only at finding people using the current situation for their own benefit, but also for agents to conduct an analysis of Russia that would allow for mapping of reforms based needed to stabilize the nation. Yada yada yada. Going to issues of desertion and poor morale. Don't I have another unit? Yes. Where's my aircraft? Okay, they're in the area that they need to be in. How much of this city? It's also worth 5 victory. I want you to force attack your way in. Kurds have won the British election. Okay, 57. Keep on throwing men into the field. Eventually, we'll be able to break through. Maybe. Maybe we will not be able to. Do you have any superiority around here? No. We have organization and morale back up. The agents of Orkana among the soldiers. Agents sent to infiltrate the military community provided us quite disturbing reports. In their opinion, the atmosphere of the military itself is not as bad as assumed, as average soldiers mostly remain loyal to our cause. It's the officers, which is the source of problems, especially those officers related to the noble community. It seems to be extremely negative towards the current power in Russia. Interestingly, the more revolutionary the character of the garrison commanders, the better it is equipped. The soldiers in it seem to be better trained. This is quite a strange and disturbing observation, which was confirmed by a large group of agents. Excellent. We thank you for losing more war support. I mean, like, their units are not that good. Like, they're taking, like, a lot of damage. How many volunteers do these guys send? I mean, the Americans actually don't have any forces in... They have forces in Spain. Yes, same with Germany. Britain and Italians are back in the kingdom, but I don't think it's going to last them for too long. Research, let's go for anti-tank. Like, we kind of need these units just to, like, not be here anymore. Because, again, based on the numbers of how close they are to capitulation, I think just taking one city is all we need. $76, 61. Another force attack. We got decent defense on some of these units. But actually, it does look like we could attack from a third province as well. Okay, let's try this instead. Some of our tanks are looking horrible. A carousel of corruption and nepotism. Agents who entered the area of defense plants are reporting quite unusual news in the reports. Though these plants not so backward and efficient as previously report indicated. There was therefore another question about what was happening with them. Then with additional military equipment that was not accounted for and sent to an army warehouse. Agents managed to find answers to them thanks to the infiltration of the military plants in Moscow and thanks to the cooperation of several loyalist manufacturers. Thanks to which, it was shown a large part of the weapons produced ended up on the black market in Russia, or sent at various locations which, according to the reports of Orkana, all used for secret headquarters of terrorist organizations plotting against Tsarist rule. Yeah, so basically everything is bad in Russia. Like, I really need to just break past one city here, okay? Just one single simple city. I do need some rubber, though. We'll get that from... Do I have any subjects? No. Get that from the Duchies Indies, then. Do I not have... Wait, I don't have a single factory? 88%? Okay, that's quite a bit. Quite a bit. And without our Without our leaders as well, there are ministers we have, it probably would actually be at 100%. Do we care about socialism? No, it's at like 15%. That's fine. Give me that tiny bit of stability. Please and thank you. Are you in... Yeah, 'cause your mountain's your mountain. Basically everything here is a mountain, unfortunately. It's going to be... How many men have I lost in this? 27,000 in the campaign in Mexico, huh? Including a decent number of our light tanks. Double you up to 20 light tanks. Okay, now we've really lost more stability. Thank you. Thank you. Please, I just need to kill you. I just need this city. And I think that's part of the Crystal's government. Even if we took this city, it actually wouldn't count towards victory. Investigators of the railroad tracks. Banditry and Russian railways have recently become enormous, and the power of bandit organizations have become unusually high, making it practically impossible for the Russian police to operate outside cities. Therefore, the investigation of Ukraine's agents took a very serious nature, and quite quickly, appropriate equipment, they managed to capture several leaders of these railway gangs. Those intercepted testified that they were hired by influential people who were very interested in the contents of these transports. Although we do not know the identity of these people, information that the band has received clearly indicates that their tenants must have connection with some higher officials. By the way, our manpower is not 10.5 million, which I think is pretty good. But for right now, it's going to be a good time for us to end this episode. So thanks everybody for watching. My name is Anthnwam. If you enjoyed, thumbs up. Not doing a thumbs down. If you want to subscribe, and goodbye.